Hey everyone, happy upcoming holidays. I hope you have a wonderful time with your families and friends. Some of you know me from my articles on GenAI X Kazakhstan and Inf Portal, or from my works on IDGL, or from our discussions. For those who don't, I'm Mikhail Burnin. Over the past half a year, I've been exploring a question many of us face. How do we use AI effectively while preserving what makes us valuable as engineers? Today I want to show where we are and encourage you to move forward together. Many of you are familiar with prompt and context engineering. That's not the issue. The real problem is different. We have ideas with pre-built agents, Cursor, Copilot, others, but with every new tool, ideas become like multifunctional kitchen devices. You put ingredients in, you get food out. GitHub Spec Kit, Cursor, Planner, Kiro, they are all moving toward predefined recipes. But we are professional cooks. We should keep our methodologies, our recipes adapted to modern devices, not replaced by them. The problem is over-automation. When we use these pre-built flows, we are locked into vendor-defined workflows. They promise to handle planning and execution, but they are generic, not tailored to our engineering discipline. The tools promise magic, but they don't understand our architecture. They don't respect our patterns. They built for greenfield project, not for brownfield. For quick demos, not production system with tech debt. Built around tools features, not engineering principles. This creates two problems, immediate and long term. Right now, we're struggling with AI adoption and tech debt. We're trying to use these tools, but something doesn't fit. The deeper risk, when methodology is built on tool features instead of engineering principles, our engineering DNA may erode, architectural thinking may atrophy, standards may drop. We risk delivering faster garbage, not better solutions. AI is your amplifier. Good methodology makes you faster and better. Poor methodology makes your problems worse. We need methodology that built on principles that endure, not tools, features that change. Right now, AI is being applied to each separate step of development, but the whole SDLC is likely to be transformed. We need a vision to guide us. A DGL, intent-driven generative lifecycle, is that vision. Some of you saw my IPAM AI conference presentation. It's not just a methodology, it's a new SDLC for the near future, focused on the core part of development, the kitchen, not the whole restaurant. What do I mean by the kitchen? That's where the actual work happens. Coding, architecture, how developers interact with AI, how we prepare context, validate output, maintain engineering standards. The host restaurant includes other development processes, requirements gathering, project management, testing workflows, deployment pipelines, client communication, documentation processes. IDGL focuses on the kitchen, the core engineering discipline. Not because the restaurant doesn't matter, but because when the kitchen changes, everything else must adapt. So, how does this adaptation happen? When we are using AI-assisted development with spec-driven workflows and intent-driven cycles, the core development work changes, and processes that depend on development must adapt. Requirements must become intent-driven specifications. Testing focuses on verification criteria. Deployment supports faster cycles. Project management adapts to new velocity patterns. This is the strategic vision. A transformed SDLC where AI and engineering discipline work together, and all processes aligned to support this new way of developing software. This isn't just about using AI better, it's about building the future of software development. The playbook is the first practical step toward IDGL. Over the past 3 months, I've been developing a methodology for AI-assisted development on brownfield projects. The fundamental truth, the project becomes AI ready not through better prompts, but through better engineering discipline. The starting point was the BigCommerce React Checkout project, demonstrating that AI can be adapted on legacy projects. You don't need to wait for the ideal project, just start where you are. The methodology is built on two core principles. First, it's tool agnostic. Build on engineering principles, not tool capabilities. The principle apply to any AI tool from raw LM API to sophisticated IDE. The core insight, tools rot, principles endure. If you build on your methodology on tool capabilities, you're building on shifting sand. In, in practice, instead of being locked into vendor solutions, you can build your own IDE agent, JavaScript specific, or tailored to your stack. The basis? Your methodology, your recipes, your engineering discipline. Second, it's client-centric. Understanding client domain, business logic, and architecture is central. This enables teams to deliver client-line super features, not just technically correct code. The transformation. In traditional teams, each role spends 80% of time on execution, 20 on thinking. With client centricity and AI, that flips. AI handles routine execution, and each team member spends 80% of time on client domain expertise, critical thinking, and decision making. This can transform entire teams. The silos between BA, Dev, and QA can dissolve as team members work toward client outcomes. Instead of three separate boxes, you get a unified team around a central client goal. First, the Engineering Insight rubric, the conceptual foundation, deep dive articles that answer the why questions. I'm also working on preserving Engineering DNA article, addressing how we maintain architectural thinking when AI is doing more implementation. This is critical and it's coming. And here's the natural progression. When AI handles routine coding, system design becomes what coders should focus on. This is directly correlated with our methodology. As AI takes over implementation, architectural thinking becomes the core value. We have shared interests with those working on system design, learning and development adoption. And this is a clear collaboration opportunity here. Second, the AI practitioner rubric, the practical demonstration showing different aspects of the playbook. From right to left, a practical case of implementing principles in action, an overview of the concept, and finally, the BigCommerce case study in detail. Third, the self-paced course, the comprehensive learning path, still in development, but the foundation is complete. Examples in TypeScript, Python, Java, and C#. Articles establish the philosophy. Videos demonstrate the practice. The course provides the complete learning path. The foundation is there, and it's growing. The playbook is the first step, but IDGL is the destination. The foundation is built, but I can't build this vision alone. I need your experience, your projects, your insights to scale the playbook and make IDGL better. Your project could be the next example. You can shape IDGL. Start small. Spend 5 minutes reviewing one article and share feedback. Or ask one question that would improve the course. Ready for more? Add examples in your language: TypeScript, Python, Java, C#. Review course materials, share feedback. Want to go deeper? Consulting on architecture or project management, proposing new content, scaling IDGL, building IDE agents based on our own methodology, JavaScript specific, Java specific, to load to our stacks and patterns. As a result, your name and contributors, deep understanding of IDGL vision, help shape our future as DLC, visible expertise in the future of development. And for those interested, I'm currently open for new opportunities, and some of you could be my new teammates. If you're working on something that aligns with this vision, let's connect. Playbook scales, IDGL improves, company-wide methodology emerges. We are building toward the future of software development. This could be our competitive advantage, mastering IDGL. The transformation from fragmented AI tools to an integrated IDGL. We need to build this now, before it's too late. We need company-wide methodology based on our engineering discipline. The basis? Our recipes, our engineering DNA. If we wait, we risk being locked into vendor solutions, our engineering discipline eroding, adapting to their workflows instead of building our own. We're building the future of software development, and we need to do it now, together. I encourage you to proceed together. And once again, happy holidays to all of you. I look forward to continuing this journey with you in the new year. Amazing thanks to everyone for watching.